Schmidt happens. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Schmidt quotes from New Girl.
You know what happens? Schmidt happens.
Ah! What's in your hand?
Thumb ring, bitch!
For this list, we're looking at the funniest quotes by New Girl's Schmidt. Number 10, Pine.
I can't take this right now. What do we live in, a pawn shop?
Schmidt can be described as a lot of things, but flexible is not one of them. During season 1, Jess frequently clashes with her roommate due to their polar opposite personalities. And no other quote exemplifies this conflict better than Schmidt's tirade about Pine.
Can you believe I found this on the street? Who would want to throw this away?
A blind man who suddenly recovered his sight? Get rid of it, Jess. Pine has no place in this loft. It's the wood of poor people and outhouses.
Schmidt likes the finer things in life and has no qualm stating as much, going as far as to shut down Jess's attempt to add a hutch to the loft. As the person who maintains the apartment, Schmidt would prefer if everyone just got in line with his vision. We get it.
I'm gonna assume that these are your spices jammed in here with my spices.
Yep.
I would really appreciate it if your non-Tahitian vanilla was not touching my Tahitian vanilla.
Number 9, DDay. With his wedding to Cece on the horizon, Schmidt jumps into overdrive to ensure everything is ready for the event.
You two are imbeciles. Anybody with taste and sophistication would always choose option number 2.
Along with just being a hilarious quote that works on multiple levels, Schmidt's DDay speech speaks volumes about the character's desire to craft the perfect ceremony worthy of such a momentous day.
I didn't sleep. I was up preparing for an epic day of wedding decisions. I'm calling it D-Day. Of course, in this situation, the D stands for decisions. And unlike the other D-Day, it will not be a walk on the beach.
Putting aside his self-aggrandizing tendencies, Schmidt knows how to motivate the troops, or in this case, Nick, Jess, and Winston. The icing on the cake is Schmidt's devilish smile, as the character knows full well that this quote is inappropriate.
That's incredibly offensive.
I know.
Number 8, the Phoenix. Schmidt has a way of making even the dumbest of things sound epic.
You unbelievable pig person. You giant fat pig person. You sloth.
After being forced to share a room with Nick and also seeing his best friend drop the ball in a product focus group, Schmidt unleashes a thinly veiled insult that also highlights the pair's unbreakable friendship.
Nah, let him go. He's my inspiration. You know, living with him in that slovenly hellhole, it's been a secret blessing. It's made me stronger.
Schmidt is inspired by Nick's caveman-like behavior to constantly try to become a better person. Or at the very least, someone who doesn't resort to using their foot to clean up a beer spill.
Without ash to rise from, the phoenix would just be a bird getting up. I'm a phoenix, and I will rise.
He usually says that speech before sex.
Like a phoenix and ash, Schmidt and Nick cannot exist without the other. Number 7, the statistics.
Crime statistics. We have crime? Crime that warrants statistics?
Moving to a new house can be stressful, especially when the neighborhood has recently experienced an upswing in crime. After reading some nerve-wracking statistics and being startled by an immediate loud noise, Schmidt wastes no time in putting the two together.
The hell was that? Are you the criminals? From the statistics?
The criminals in question prove to just be Nick and Jess, although the pair's successful break-in only adds to Schmidt and Cece's worries.
Oh, what are you doing? Must hit you with this brushed steel modern lamp.
Schmidt spends the rest of the episode trying to keep the criminals from the statistics out of his and Cece's new home. Two rather mixed results.
Oh, you know what? I know what it is.
Great. Just put it in. I'm freezing.
You can't. It only gives you 3 tries and then it locks you out of the app for 12 hours.
For 12 hours?
Number 6, Jess cooks a frittata. When Jess begins to go off the rails after being let go from her teaching job, the loft's other tenants have to deal with some pretty insane stuff, including an uncanny cloth collage and an egg-themed breakfast.
Well, it took a year. She's finally cooking and cleaning. I knew this would pay off eventually.
Does everybody like egg pie?
Jess, I believe the word that you're looking for is frittata.
Although Jess is clearly not in the best place and could probably use some words of encouragement, Schmidt is way too distracted by his roommate's cooking method to think of anything else.
So you cooking a frittata in a saucepan? What is this, prison?
Jar, that's a jar for sure.
Yeah, I know. I already got the money ready.
Schmidt's criticisms tend to not be mean-spirited, but they do highlight the character's slightly unyielding mentality and rigid desire to control everything in the loft.
I just finished that last night. Isn't it great?
Felt art? Nick?
I'm on it.
What?
What photograph were you working from? My hair hasn't looked like that in 3 weeks.
Number 5. Winter's coming.
Cece is going to an Indian marriage convention today to find herself a brown husband. Now, little does she know that I have signed up for the same convention.
Schmidt is the master of wordy and confusing metaphors that are simultaneously cool sounding and also really weird. Schmidt spends the best part of season 2 trying to win Cece back after foolishly breaking up with her at the end of the previous year. And this quote did not help his case all that much.
I'm a squirrel. You're my nut. Winter's coming. I'm gonna store you in my cheek, girl.
As bizarre as the whole line is, the character delivers it with such confidence that it might have worked if Cece was not already desensitized to Schmidt's shtick and in the middle of trying to find a partner at an Indian marriage convention.
It's about more than sex.
Our sex was about more than sex. It's about history, memory, and thousands of years of colonial suffering all being released in one moment of pure ecstasy.
Number 4. So Nectar. Before becoming the butt of so many jokes, Winston's arrival threatened Schmidt's status as the loft's top dog.
You really think I'm top dog?
Yes.
You think I'm head baller, shot caller?
Yes, Schmidt, I feel that way.
With the big room on the line, Schmidt turned to Nick for some positive reinforcement and to show off a Nectar thumb ring.
See that, man? It's my new thumb ring. How choice is that? Little skull. So Nectar.
Did you just make up Nectar?
No, it's a volleyball term.
On a side note, Nectar is a volleyball term that means a perfect set. Nick deserves all the credit in the world for keeping a straight face during Schmidt's slang-filled speech. Schmidt generally only speaks like this to the people closest to him, so Nick ends up hearing the brunt of it.
How's your yogurt thing, Schmidt?
Oh, the parfait? Parfait.
Come on, don't.
Number 3. Schmidts Driving Moccasins.
Guys, has anyone seen my good pea coat? Jar!
The story of the 50 is such a great early Schmidt episode. Not only does the main plot revolve around the character's upcoming birthday, but the episode also has the 29 moment between Jess and Schmidt and makes some brilliant use of the douchebag jar.
What's up? 29? 29?
Can you please not tell anybody I just did that? That feels embarrassing.
While far from the only jar-worthy line uttered during the episode,
Someone's personalized condoms just came in the mail.
Hey! Jar! $20!
the final montage throws out one hilarious quote after another before culminating with one that captures Schmidt at his Schmittiest.
Damn it! I can't find my driving moccasins anywhere!
Even as the jar repeatedly fills up with his hard-earned cash, Schmidt does not even consider changing, and everyone's better off for it. Number 2. All day.
Hey, quit, man. Don't do that.
Beat it, Callie.
Long Island, son.
Schmidt cannot handle death and is especially uncomfortable at open casket funerals. However, Schmidt is the type of person who's willing to face his fears, even if it involves kissing Winston on the forehead or diving headfirst into a casket. In what could be seen as an inspirational moment, Schmidt conquers death and stops a robbery by doing an impersonation of a drinking bird with a macabre sense of humor.
I'm not afraid. I can do this. I can do this all day.
Come on, don't do that.
All day, son.
Come on, man, don't put your head in there. Don't put your head
All
in there.
day.
Acting tough and shouting nonsense while doing something incredibly stupid and bizarre represents Schmidt at the height of his powers.
Dude, that's my uncle.
Come get your chain, Boston.
What, all day? All day? All day? All day?
I don't need it. I don't want it.
What's up?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Judaism, because this quote is just so Schmidt.
It's a menorah for you.
Oh, a menorah. Judaism, son.
His opinion of bathtubs, because Schmidt really does not want a bath in the loft.
Bathtubs are medieval filth cauldrons. Pass.
Yeah, it's a waste of money, Jess.
I'm not interested in simmering in testicle tea for 20 minutes.
Winston, because Schmidt is not afraid to ask the difficult questions.
These shoes are brown, right?
The shoes are green.
Definitely green.
Okay, you both are crazy. Did you text him and tell him to say that?
Winston!
What?
If you think those shoes are brown, what color do you think you are?
The economy stinks rant, because nobody understands Schmidt's pain.
But you know what? Know this. You're not the only one that's hurting here, Jessica Day. The economy stinks. Bees are dying. Movies are pretty much all sequels now. And I have a broken penis. Don't pretend to know my pain.
Loafers on, because Schmidt might be tough like a Marine, but he appreciates comfortable footwear.
I'm gonna have to run all the way home. I have my slippiest loafers on.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Youths.
It's a horrible neighborhood, okay? There are youths everywhere.
Youths?
After spending Valentine's Day as the third wheel in Jess's one-night stand, Schmidt leaves to find that his car has none. Stuck with a ride that cannot drive and a Jess that's running out of patience, Schmidt wastes absolutely no time in pinpointing the culprits.
Youths.
As strange as the one-word quote sounds, Schmidt's conviction allows the line to leapfrog over any awkwardness en route to becoming iconic. Schmidt saying "youths" is such an inherently perfect quote that New Girl has the character repeat it multiple times during the same episode. And it is always hilarious.
Are you kidding me?
My tires were stolen by street youths.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.